Manchester United target Christian Eriksen looks like a perfect Erik Ten Hag signing. The last time Manchester United signed a former Ajax player in his 13th on a free transfer, it didn't turn out too badly. Zlatan Ibrahimovic joined the club in 2016 and a year later had pocketed the last two pieces of silverware to adorn the Old Trafford trophy room. The 34-year-old was a shrewd bit of business by Jose Mourinho, scoring 28 goals in 46 games in his first season and showing leadership on and off the pitch before a knee injury brought the story to a premature end. 5 years on, United are back in the market for a free transfer with link to the Dutch giant. Christian Eriksen spent 3 years in Amsterdam and was back there at the beginning of the year, building up his fitness before his fairytale return to the Premier League with Brentford. They gave Erik Ten Hag an early glimpse of the 30-year-old's form and fitness, and presumably he saw the qualities that have lifted up the second half of Premier League season. It's a year this month since Eriksen suffered a cardiac arrest while playing for Denmark in the European Championship, but recently he's looked as good as ever. Does this play for Brentford have alerted some of the Premier League bigger clubs to his availability, and United are one of them? Although they will face competition from Tottenham for a creative player who was perhaps at the peak on his power just 12 months ago. He entered those Euros on the back of a major contribution to Inter Milan's Scudetto, and a reunion with Antonio Conte in North London would hold obvious appeal. United interest in Eriksen makes sense. However, they have lost creativity midfielder this summer in Paul Pogba, Jess Lingard, and Juan Mata, and the Denmark international would fill that place in the squad, offering a point of difference to Bruno Fernandes. Eriksen would also bring plenty of experience with him, and having seen Nemanja Matic and Edinson Cavani also depart this summer, United are losing plenty of know-how this month. In his performance for Brentford, Eriksen saw he can still cut in the Premier League, and at 30 he is not short-term fix, although he is evidently no youngster either. For some supporters, the attraction of Ten Hag is that he will outside as Ajax. But that is not strictly true. He built around a core of young, homegrown product in Amsterdam, but he values experience as well, as his transfer record proves. In 2018, Ajax signing Daily Blind and Dozen Tadic to play, who are now 33 and 32, but have been outstanding for the club and remain important first team regular in 2020. They signed Davy Klaassen to play in wide and Marty Skillenberg to add experience to the goalkeeping unit. The last summer in camp, Stefan Berghuis joining from his rival Feyenoord at the age 29 and making considerable impression at the club. In what it perhaps Ajax's strongest team last season, Berghuis, Tadic, Klaassen, and Blind all play regularly, and 38-year-old Remco Plasper was their most used goalkeeper. Of their strongest team, Sebastian Haller was generally the only player aged between 24 and 30, which goes to show how Ten Hag built a side featuring youth and experience combining to great effect. That would suggest that he sees the value Eriksen can bring as an experienced head as well as an excellent footballer. United might pursue more attractive signing this summer, such as Frankie de Jong, but there is clear merit in an approach to Eriksen as well. This is a window in which United's budget will only stretch so far, and whether an attack are key priorities for Ten Hag at the moment. Picking up a player like Eriksen for nothing to add quality and experience to the squad would be sensible and creative move.